the day from State Farm.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Connor going to get it again on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Lacey, and a throw there going to be incomplete. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes his offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Lacey. Finding Ertz again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And all already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off play action. Lacey throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. Over. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The drive will start with Connor. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Right back to Connor here on first. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Lacey. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go, D. Check, 55.
a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they're
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. So from in 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Lacey. And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The Cowboys at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. They'll run left with Pollard. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That is caught by Lamb.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready, 33, yellow.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw here. He's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get into the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Maurice Hurst with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress. And now
the Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Lacey. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Taken down at the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Off the play fake, Lacey. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Lacey. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
in this first half of action.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out.
And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly,
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they be.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Able to find Higgins.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front. DJ Chark, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Tom Brady leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed. They catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's the option going left on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ready. Black 40.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D. Mike's 50, Mike.
Cut, go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Pollard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. Throwing on 1st down. Lacey. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
To throw on second down, Lacey. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Throwing on third and long. Lacey.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on third and 1.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Cowboys are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They're going to look to throw. Able to get away. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these 8 pass rushers.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here we go.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Lacey. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It's going to be a long day. That's going to be...
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lacey. And he wisely will throw that one away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Finds his running back, James Conner. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, you know, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, Cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
53.
Double time, double time. 3 down.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Pollard going to try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He's going to try and do this himself. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's brought down. 119 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Lacey, and the catch made by Hopkins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Lacey, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
It's our time. It's our time. Hey, mine's 50. Mine's 50. Let's go.
Now Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.